Welcome to the Social Stack, your go-to channel for marketing tips based in technology. I'm Amy Stack, and today we'll be talking about how to upgrade your Keller Williams website to the new free experience. So with that, what I would like to do is actually show you what the new website will be looking like, and then we'll go over some tips for best ways to prepare, and then how to actually go ahead and do that upgrade. So I'm going to share my screen. And we want a window. I want this one. Perfect. And you guys just give me a thumbs up or a yes in the chat if you can see my screen okay. I see a thumbs up from Mary and Tracy. Thank you, ladies. Okay, so Margot has very graciously offered to let us use her account because I have already upgraded my website. So I'll do the live upgrade here with her account. This is an example here of my website. I do want to let everybody know that there are lots of things that can be customized on here. Today, we're going to talk about kind of the standard stuff, how to get you started. And just a reminder that the tech team is here. We can do one-on-one appointments with you guys as well. Or if you want to come to other classes, or if you want to get a group of agents together and have one of the tech team members teach you together in a workshop style, we're happy to go into some of those more specific customized things too. So we're looking at my website currently, and I just want to kind of show you what's in here, what it looks like. This is a newer feature. We've got this listing feed that pops in, and if you guys were on the old sites with Playster, this is kind of a similar feature as that, where it will automatically update for you, which is great because on the original KW sites, you had to manually plug that stuff in. We've got our testimonials right here page. My dog left me a great review. And then we do have a blog feature on this website. So Keller Williams actually pre-populated 4 blog posts for you. So that is on here, and you can create your own and add those as well. And then our contact information at the bottom and all of our compliance stuff, which will actually just pop up for you. You don't have to do a bunch of work there. We have an About Me section that feeds in from your bio in Command. This looks very similar, our property search, to what you have with your current KW website. So you can just search just like anybody would expect on a real estate website. You can look for specific addresses, and you have your filters for, bedrooms, baths, price, all that kind of good stuff. And there is a designated page just for that blog. And then there's this more button. So I actually have some custom stuff I've put in here, but one of the things we'll cover today is how to add this mortgage calculator in. It's literally 2 clicks and it's all built out and ready to go for you, which is a little different than the old website. So that's nice. And one of the most popular tools we have now is the home value tool. So this is new to this new website. A lot of people compare this to something like the Zestimate or HomeBot, where it will give your clients an estimate, like a price range that they could possibly get for their home. What I love about this is that it actually sends you a notification through Command, and you get like, okay, Amy Stack requested the information on her home at this address, and this is what we told her that property value range would be. And then you can go and follow up with them. They can also ask additional questions in that pop-up window as well. And if you want to take it to the next level, and this is where tech is here to really help you, is we can help you build out smart plans to kind of do some auto follow-up with those people. And we actually have one already published in the library called E2P Home Value. I can't remember if it's Home Value or Home Equity. I'll have to check that out. But it is a plan that goes out every other month to your clients, or your, it doesn't have to be a client, it could be your sphere, right? Anybody you have an email for, to drive them to this part of your website to try to capture that information if you don't have their address yet, and start that conversation about what their home's worth and why they might be looking to find out that information. So remember, we're here to help you with those next step bits as well. All right, so that's a little preview of the website. What I would like everybody to do is make sure, I know we told everybody we would like you to have your marketing profile updated before you came to class. I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of where you go to do that if you haven't done it yet. So I am in the home screen of Command. At the top right, you're going to click your name, and then you will click settings in the drop. And on the left-hand side, we'll go ahead and hit connect settings and marketing profile. So it is a few clicks in there. This is your marketing profile. And you can see Margot has hers all filled out. It is important to have everything that has this red asterisk needs to be completed before the system will allow you to upgrade your website. So if something with the red asterisk is not completed, you cannot complete the upgrade. So you have to do that first. And there is a chance that it could take up to 24 hours from completing the red asterisk spots to being able to actually do the upgrade of the website. So if you haven't completed that stuff, go ahead and do it now. If you can't actually go through with the upgrade, that's okay. Stay on and learn and see what you can do. And then we have 5 more classes, and we are recording this one. So you can always come back for the workshop for those ones if you can't actually hit that upgrade button today. Any questions about the marketing profile here? This is for a solo agent right now, an individual agent. I know we have some people here on teams, so there is a new team website function. If you are a team, you now have a team marketing profile as well. So when you are on this page, you would click your name again, and there will be an option right here that will, you know what, let me pull up mine. Give me 1 second. I'm going to change my screen share as well. I just want to make sure that you guys can get a good visual of this. Let's see here. Change my screen. Okay. And can you guys see my command now? My name's up in the top right. Great. Okay. So when I click my name in the top right, I have, because I'm linked to our coaching team, I have the team as an option in the drop down there. So I need to click my team, and then I need to go into settings. So same steps after that. So make sure it says your team name at the top right, then go to settings. Then same thing, connect settings and marketing profile, and you will have a new team profile here. You can see I just have some placeholders in mine, but if you are wanting to do your team site, again, anything with the asterisk needs to be completed before you can update your team site. So marketing profile is the first thing you need to do. I am going to stop presenting and reshare so you don't have so many screens to look at. I got a lot of tabs open. And we'll click on Miss Margot's again. Okay, and I think that is loading in. Mary, can you see that? You're at the top of my screen. Great, thank you. All right, so once we have our marketing profile upgraded, we can go ahead and start our upgrade process. As I mentioned at the beginning of class, there are a few things we want you to check before you do the upgrade. So we're gonna go through that right now. You're going to start by clicking the consumer button all the way at the bottom left of your command account. So it is the last applet on the left-hand side is consumer. And this takes us to managing our website and our app. Okay. So, oh, it looks like Margot updated hers already. All right. So give me 1 second here. She did.
Amy.
Yes.
So I know that you're going to go through and do this live, but are there things that are not going to feed over? Like I have quite a lot of reviews on my current site that I want to keep. So I want to go through this, but not if those are going to go away.
Thank you for asking, because that is what I wanted to go through here. She actually hit upgrade. She hasn't done the setup yet. I did want to show what we wanted to look at before we decide if we're quite ready for the upgrade. So Mary, what is your current website link? Maybe I can pull yours up if you don't mind.
It's marybruno.kw.com.
Oh, that's nice and easy.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, I must have spelled it wrong. Mary, bruno.kw.com. Are you sure?
Uh-oh. Yeah. Uh-oh.
Maybe your branding is turned off. That happens sometimes where there's a little toggle that can get turned off. But
I was messing around with it yesterday, and I wonder if I accidentally upgraded and didn't mean to.
Well, even if you upgraded, it would still pull up. It would be the same link. So it's possible you just turned your branding off. It's just a little toggle. But we can take a look at that too. So I'm going to stay on this site really for now. But what Mary is saying is a lot of you guys, I'm guessing, haven't hit that upgrade button yet. Some people may have hit upgrade, but haven't actually customized the site. You know what? I'm going to turn this off so it's not as confusing. I'm just going to look at you. There's some important information you need to know. If you have a landing page on the current website, it will not be accessible once you upgrade. So if you want that information for the landing page and you want it to be on the new site, and it's not something that you have the data saved, you'll want to go ahead and save that on a Word doc, in an email, in a Google Doc, something like that. Honestly, the most people that I've seen that have had landing pages, they're old property-specific sites that they don't want to use anymore. So most people are just turning those sites off. There's a little toggle next to the site name, and it has a green or a gray switch. If it's green, it's on, so the public can see it. If it's gray, it is off, and nobody can see it. If you do not turn your landing page's toggles to off, that page is still live. So people in the public can still see it. However, if anything ever happens and you want to get in there and update it, you will not have access to do that. So my suggestion for you is if you have landing pages that you don't want to use, just turn them off. And if you have landing pages and you want to replicate them onto the new site, make sure you save all the data. So copy and paste your text. If there's any links that you have in it, save those links, and then we can rebuild them on the new site. So the landing pages are one thing that will not transfer over. To Mary's point, testimonies will. If they have left testimonies through the KW website testimony portal, those testimonies will transfer over. If you have copied and pasted testimonies into some sort of custom page on the website, that will not transfer over. Does that make sense? I see Mary nodding, so I think we're on the same page there. Great. Does anybody have questions about what will or will not transfer over? Because this is important. I do not want you to lose your data. Nothing on that. Okay. The other thing that won't transfer over is any custom pages on your original KW website. So if you used something that was like the About Me section, that pulls from your bio in your marketing profile, it will pull into the new website. If you created some sort of page from scratch, that is not going to pull over. So again, you would want to copy any of that data. I've seen a lot of people do like neighborhood pages where they added a page to their current website. It has information about a neighborhood, maybe some pictures or links to stats. That stuff will not transfer over automatically. However, you can save that data and we can rebuild it on the new website. Any questions on that? Okay, so here's a quiz. Will it or will it not transfer over? Testimonies that were left through the KW testimony portal. Good job. Yes, they will transfer over. Landing pages that you have right now, will they transfer over? Correct, they will not. Custom pages that you built yourself, will they transfer over? Good job, they won't. Anything that's in your marketing profile currently in command, will it transfer over? Yes, it will. Okay, great. We can go ahead and do the upgrade then. If you feel like you have everything saved that you need to, you can go ahead and hit the upgrade button. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again. Let's see. There's Margot. So it's pulling up. Maybe. Can you guys see my screen? I don't see anything. Let's try that one more time. I think I'm having a weird internet issue. I'm going to refresh my screen. It's going to say I left, but I'll be right back. Oh, maybe not. Just got a pop-up that said I could do it now. There we go. All right, thumbs up. We can see it. Margot's page. Wonderful. Lovely. Okay. So when you are in your consumer tab here, there will be a button up at the top that says upgrade my site. There's also like a little blue banner that goes across that says upgrade my site. So if you are confident that everything you have is saved, or there's nothing you need to save or turn off, you can go ahead and hit that upgrade my site button. And it's going to take you through a few clicks. Hang on, I am prepared. I don't know. I don't think you can see this yet. you're going to see something like oh, I just did my window. You guys, I'm sorry. Let's do entire screen, share. You're going to see a series of photos or of images that look similar to this photo, where it's going, oh, you can't see the text because I blew it up so much, but it's going to ask you several times, are you sure you want to upgrade? Do you have everything you want to save? You know, if you do the upgrade, you cannot go back. So we just want to hit yes on that and agree to those little check boxes. So you want to go through that to the point where you get to this upgrade now button. And once you hit upgrade now, you will be on this screen that I see right now. I'm going to take a second and let you guys that want to follow along go ahead and do that, because Margot had already been past that point. So if questions come up, please let me know. And if somebody is going through it and wants to share their screen, I'm happy to have you do that as a live example as well. And I'm going to check the chat while we're here. Oh, and I see, Mary, you had a question about, will we have the Homekeeper blog feed through as well? You can embed the Homekeeper blog into the new website. Great question. I believe it's a paid feature now for Homekeeper to have access to that. And that would have to be built in as a custom page, but it is 100% possible, yes. All right, anybody running into any issues to get to this page? Because this is where the follow along part starts. And I just want to make sure we all got to this screen.
Hey, Amy, I do have a question.
Yes.
Our site looks just like that. So it's possible Kathy upgraded it.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize she did that. But
Okay.
is there any chance? I mean, like, I just want to make sure that it is legit. I mean, it's supposed to look like what you're showing on Margot's, right?
Yes. Do you see this in command right now?
Yes.
Then your
So
site
I'm good.
Upgraded. That's perfect. But feel free
Okay.
to stay on, because you might learn something about how to customize it that you
Sure.
didn't know about.
Perfect. Thank
But
you.
sounds like you're in the right spot. Great. Anybody else? Are we all at this screen? We're ready to go forward. Tracy? I saw you shake your head. But you're on mute.
So I did upgrade my website, and now I'm at my website and it's got the new information on it, featured properties and the blog.
Perfect. You're a step ahead of where I am, so you're good to go. Okay, sounds like I think most of us are where we need to be. So if you have upgraded and it's taken you into what's called Bright Spot, you'll see in the URL at the top, it'll say Bright Spot. You're okay. We're going to go right there now. If you are on this screen.
I'm sorry, Amy. I
Yes.
just noticed one thing. If I can interrupt you again.
Go ahead.
So when I was in command, I was on the team setting, went down to the consumer, and then it switches to just Kathy. Is that right?
It is. I will show you how that
Okay.
works.
I just want to like, wait, am I back on her individual and not the team function? Okay.
You are, but you aren't. So just like in command where you have the
Okay.
top to go between team and personal, you'll have that on the website too. So you're
All right.
good to go.
Thank you. Sorry to interrupt again.
No, that's okay. It's a workshop, so we got to talk it through. All right. So before we go into the editor, I just want to show you a couple of websites so you can see what is possible. We are not going to go over every single little thing that can be customized, but I want you to know what's out there so that you know that you can come to us to help with some of these more specific build outs. So this is a guy named Rick that you can see up here. He's got his logo on the website. He's got a custom navigation bar at the top. He's put in some beautiful photos in the background, and he's even customized where it says, find your Idaho dream home. Whereas the default is just find your dream home. So you can see there are several options here that you can do. Today, we're not going to dig too deep in here, but I just wanted you to know what was available. You can see there's lots of things you can do, maybe give you some ideas. And I'm happy to share these links in the chat if you guys want to explore some of these websites to give ideas for you or your team. But most of them look the same below that header. You can see Mike's got easy search. A lot of people like putting the town information in there. He's got some stuff for growing your downline, maybe recruiting some people into KW. He's a tech trainer, so he's got some additional tech information in there. And my buddy Jeff here, I liked how he has seller and buyers in the custom navigation bar with information specific to sellers and information specific to buyers. Like I said, we're not going to talk about the custom navigation today, but I did think this was a nice way to show you guys what is possible with the site, because one of the biggest asks we got from the old website was, I really want to be able to customize what's at the top here. So I want you to know that that is possible. That is a little higher level thing. So we'll talk about that at a different time if that's something you're interested in. Everybody good on that front? All right, let's go ahead and hit edit my website. We're going to go over the basic setup today, and you don't need to take the tour because I'm here to help you. So go ahead and hit explore on my own. And if we need to slow down, you guys just let me know. This is your new website editor. Yours probably looks white. I have a computer setting to have mine have the dark background. So it's okay if yours is white and blue instead of black and blue. Just a little guide on this page is the top left is there's a red KW. You can always click that and come back to this dashboard screen. And for those of you that are teams, you can see right here it says Margot Humbert Personal. If you are a team and you see a personal option there, you click that, there will be a drop down and you will see the option for your team site as long as you have set up your team marketing profile and started that process. So I am on a personal site right now, which is A-okay. Below here, there's some quick start information to help you create a blog post, start a custom page, landing page, etc. We want to take a look at some of the stuff that's already built out so that you can customize what is already on the website for you. So if you scroll just a little past that, you'll see we have our default pages that are already built out. And we're going to go ahead and click on home page to get started. So our homepage, you'll see, we get to see a list of 4 sections on the left. And in the middle, we actually get to see a preview of what we're updating, which is a huge change from our old website system. So we no longer have to click and make a whole website, tell it to go live, go find the website page, and then come back and make edits if we want to. It is all right here, all in one spot, which is chef's kiss. Amazing. I love it. So you'll notice on the right, kind of in the middle here where the preview is, if I scroll through, there's kind of 4 sections. Well, we see 3 right now, but we have the listing search module, which correlates with number 1 in the dropdown on the left. Below listing search, we have featured properties, which correlates with number 2 on the left. Margot's testimonies aren't showing up yet because we haven't turned testimonies on. And then the last option is the blog. So that's showing at the bottom of the page. So this is our home page. When somebody goes to your website, this is the first thing they will see. I'm going to go ahead and click on number 1, listing search module. And you can see I have the option to change the title of the page here. So if you don't want it to say, let's find your dream home, go ahead and type whatever name in there you would like it to say. For example, we had Rick's said, find your Idaho dream home. We do have the option to upload files here for custom images. So if you wanted to do that, you would just hit that upload file section. You would choose your files from your computer and you would hit this upload button, and then you would be able to select them to show in this profile section at the top, the header section there. And if you have pictures in here that you don't necessarily want to get rid of, but maybe you don't want to show live at the moment, you can hit the little eyeball and it will hide that image. I don't want to do that. I want to use that picture, so I'm just going to go back. Okay. And if you're like me and you don't want to have this menu that's continually growing on the left, if you click number 1 again, or that listing search module title, it will collapse it and you'll just see the 4 titles. You can have all 4 of them open if that doesn't bother you. So the next part is the featured. Any questions about listing search module before I move on to featured listings? That one's pretty easy. just update the title. All right, so I'm going to hit featured property title here. Featured properties, excuse me, title. So that is the next section on the right. Oop, one person's trying to come in. 1 second. Let me let them in. Okay, so we are in number 2, featured properties. So on the right here, I'm going to scroll up. I know that Margot is in, she's a little east of the Glen Ellen office. So we're going to keep that in mind. You can see here it says featured properties. That's the title. So on the left-hand side, the title section says featured properties. If you would like that to say something else, you can change that right here. The description says check out my featured properties. So maybe if you're on a team, you want to change that to check out our featured properties. I at one point had it say hot listings. So you can customize that data there under title and description. The part that I get the most questions about is how do I choose what's actually showing up in this feed here? So this is where you're going to want to look through under the add listing section. I would recommend leaving it on dynamic. What that means is that as new listings become available on the MLS, new listings will cycle through on your website as well. Just a little caveat or a little thing to note, I guess, is that some people have thought that if I change this data that we're looking at right now, it's going to limit what my clients can look at on the main search page. It does not limit that at all. So no matter what we put into the featured listing section, your clients have access to any data through the regular search site. We're just customizing what's showing up on the homepage right now. So right now I am currently, oh, go ahead, Freddie. I see you have your hand up.
So is this the only your listings or any listings coming up on the MLS coming through that feature?
Good question. This is all MLS listings. There is a featured listings button for your own listings if you would like to feature them first. So the default is just looking at the MLS. It'll pull anything that matches what settings you put in here. So right now I'm centered on Glen Ellen, on the Glen Ellen office. So if you don't want it centered on your office, you can type in a town, a zip code, another address. So I'm going to put in Oak Park. Oops, except I didn't spell it right. There we go. So I'm going to center it on Oak Park for Margot. Right now I'm showing up to 10 listings will be in this feed, and I'm looking at a 50-mile radius of Oak Park. That's a pretty big radius, so I'm going to bring it down to 10 miles. And then I have, how am I sorting these listings? How do I want them to show up? Currently, your default is recently updated, which means if it was an update on the MLS, that's how it will show first on this featured listing section. I think I want days on site, newest to oldest. So the newest listings are going to show up in this featured properties section. You can choose whatever works best for your page. To go to Freddie's question, this next section is featured listings with the plus sign. If you have specific listings that you would like to feature, whether it be your listings or another listing on the MLS, maybe you want to feature a neighborhood, you can look for specific addresses here. Does anybody have a listing currently that I could type in here to show you how that works? No? Okay, well, you would just type your listing in there. I think I saw this pop up on my feed. No, must not be it. But as you start typing them in, you'll get the addresses that are available. And you can see that one's Orlando. So if you want to feature different states, if you're dual licensed, you can do that. And then what will happen is this one that's under featured listing, that listing is always going to show first in that section until I hit the minus sign and take it away. So until I go in and hit that minus sign, it will be up there. So that means if it's pending or closed, it will still show there. So I don't think Margot wants an Orlando listing on there, so I'm going to take it off. Questions about the featured listing? No? Okay. So the next drop down is filter listings. This is what really gets you into some fun specifics. What type of listings are we looking for? I only want to show what's currently for sale. I don't want rented or rental properties. Under listing status, I want active properties. In Illinois, our MLS won't feed the pending or coming soon into the website, so active is our only choice for the state of Illinois. If you guys are dual licensed, that might be different in the other states. Property type, what do I want to feature? I want to show houses. I would like to show townhomes, condos, and multifamily. If you guys want to show any of these other ones, you can check multiple things. You can check them all. You can just check houses. So choose what types of properties you would like to see featured there. And then we can get into kind of the nitty gritties of what you would be doing for a search on the MLS. You can say, I only would like to show homes with bathrooms of 2 or more. Or I don't want to see homes that have more than 3 bathrooms. I know bedrooms like a 3-2 is popular right now. So let's look for a minimum of 3 bedrooms and 2 baths. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but as I've been updating on the left, my list has already been updating on the right. You have options to go over square foot, lot size, price. I do recommend putting in there, especially if you're sorting by high to low or low to high. I'm going to do, let's see, 250. You do not want to use any punctuation, commas, dollar signs, anything like that. Just put your numbers in here. We'll go up to 600 for Margot. So now all the properties that are going to be shown here will be between 250 and 600. They'll have a minimum of 3 bedrooms, a minimum of 2 bathrooms, and they'll fall into all the other criteria that I listed above here. And I don't know if you've noticed, but it has been auto-saving. However, up in the top right, there is a save button. So I'm going to go ahead and hit save. And if I messed anything up, maybe I put a comma in here or a dollar sign, it will turn red to let you know exactly what you need to do to change your information. And it's still saving for me. While it's saving, does anybody have questions about this featured listing, featured property section? No? All right, that's great.
So
Oh,
why
go ahead.
why does your featured listing that shows red over there?
Uh-oh. Hang on, let me take that off. Ask your question one more time while I'm refreshing them.
Under featured listings, you put in Orlando address, but it's showing as red over there. So why is
Oh, I deleted it. That's why it was showing red. Good question. It's because I hit that minus sign on there because I didn't actually want to put it on Margot's website.
So once you put the minus sign, it's not going to take it away from there, or it's still going to show that address in there?
Yeah, it until you save it, it will show in there, and it's showing red because I took it away. So I just refresh that page, and you can take a look, and you can see that now. Oh, it's pulling up. Here we go. Now it doesn't have anything under featured listings, and there's no red. But everything else I put in there saved. So I still have my 10-mile radius centered on Oak Park, newest to oldest on the website, that all updated. So then you can see everything on the right here is matching. I know it's hard to see on a tiny screen, but it does match the criteria that I put in. We've got something in Chicago, something in Forest Park. Everything is showing is under 6 and over 250. So that is the featured listing section. So I'm going to just scroll back up, and I'm going to collapse number 2 there, unless anybody has questions before we moved on to testimonials. No? Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and click on number 3. I don't know if Margot had testimonials already, so we'll just take a peek at that while we're in here. When you open number 3, again, you have the title and description. So on my right-hand side, we've got my blog as the title, and there's a description under it. If you would like to change that, just type in the content here, title and description, and it will update that for you. So you'll notice it's pretty much the same system across the board. So we have title, description, we have a page title. Everything's going to have that. We're going to scroll down a little bit more on the left here. And I have some options of how I want to feature them. Do I want my new testimonies first or my old testimonies first? And how many would I like to display? I'm going to leave it at 9 at the max. And then filtering, I don't know anybody that's ever used the filtering, but there are a few options in here if you would like to filter by any of them. Then we have our plus sign. Remember, we want to add something to the site, so we're going to go ahead and click that plus button. If you have testimonies, which Miss Margot does, you can see they've actually fed right in. So she had 2, I'm guessing this is the same person, left at 2 different times. But all of the testimonies that have been left for you, as long as it was through that KW portal on your original KW site, will be selectable here. For teams, please note that this will be available on your personal website, because when the testimonies were left for you, they were on your personal site. There was no team site then. So you'll need to grab them from your personal site if you want to move them to your team site. You can just copy and paste the information, but they are there on your personal site. So I'm just going to select Ashley B. And then let's say I want to add that other one, hit my plus sign again, and I'm going to hit Ashley Benson. And you can see that they're both now selected. And what will happen when I hit save, which it's auto saving right now, is those testimonies will show up in my preview here. I am going to hit the edit pencil because I do want to, oops, I lied. I didn't actually want to edit that. We'll hit the plus sign. You'll notice if I hover over the names of the people who left the testimonies, there's a little star that shows up on the right. If you always want Ashley B's testimony to be the first one that shows up on your page, hit that star and that will make it be the first one every time. If you don't care, just unselect it. And I don't want it on there twice, so I'm just going to get rid of that. And we'll hit save. Any questions about testimonies while that is updating? Okay, so you can, if you didn't notice, you can add a testimony yourself. You saw if I hit that edit pencil, I could go and type in there. So if somebody accidentally, maybe there's a grammatical error or something that you wanted to update, you could do that. But please stick with the integrity of the testimony. Don't make stuff up. Keep it, honest to what they had originally left for you. What I do like about this is that as testimonies feed in, you can choose to have them or not have them on your website. So as you get new ones in, you can remove older ones. And you can see her testimonies just popped up right here. So now they're on her homepage. So again, let me click that to open it. Oh, there they are. So I can reorder them if I want to. I can hit edit and kind of update some poor grammar, punctuation if I want to. And when you can see it had a limit of 9, so you can have up to 9 testimonies. And once you get more than 9 in there, you can choose with this minus sign to not feature one and to add a new one in its place. Or if you just decide one is stale and you don't want it, you don't have to wait till you're maxed out. But you do all of that through your homepage editing under featured testimonials. So the last section on here is the blog. This blog is specifically referring to what's showing up on your homepage. So it's just saying what blog post do you want to highlight on your homepage. Some people don't want to highlight any. So this first option here is display, and you can hit hide. So if you do not want your blog posts on your homepage, just hit that hide button. If you do, you can just leave it how it is, and they're all showing up here. And as you scroll down again, you'll see there's a list of 4 blog posts here. So I could hit the minus sign if I don't want to show one of them. Maybe I just want the first 3. I don't want the last one on there. This is not going to delete your blog posts. It's just removing it from the homepage. You still have the blog option if you remember from the navigation bar at the top. So again, this is just showing blog posts on your homepage. It's not affecting your actual blog page. Any questions about that?
Hey, Amy.
Yes.
So if I make a new blog post, as long as it's filtered by the most recent, then it'll automatically sync onto the homepage?
Good question. You'll want to come in here and hit this plus sign.
Okay.
And they are showing up in order right now. So maybe I wanted part 4 as my first one. I can drag and drop that. And you'll see it'll take a minute, but it's updating now. This says, oops, sorry. This says part 4 instead of part 1.
So you have to manually do the featured ones on the front.
That's correct. Everything on the homepage for the blog is going to be a manual update. Good question.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So that's our blog. So does anybody remember, I'm going to hit save. Does anybody remember what I said you click to get back to the main dashboard of your website editor?
KW logo.
That's right. So we're going to go ahead and hit that red KW. And that's going to take us back to the main page. So the home page had the most things that were editable. There were 4 sections in there. Excuse me. We are going to go over a few other things. And oops, I clicked the wrong button here. Let's see here. We went through the upgrade. So the next thing I want to point out before we go too much further is one of the questions we get a lot is, well, you know, I don't have landing pages anymore. How can I do an open house sign-in form? I always made a landing page when I was doing open houses. So I'm just going to search for a Lombard listing. So you come into your website and you look for your listing. So you can put the address in. I don't have a specific listing, but we'll say that this 534 Central, let's pretend I'm doing an open house there. So I'm going to find the listing. This one has an open house scheduled. I'm going to go ahead and click on it to get to that specific listing page. So the only content on here is about 534 Central. Okay. If I go up to my URL all the way at the top where you type in the address to get to your website, you're going to click on that and you're just going to add /open house and hit enter. And it will turn into an open house sign-in form for you. So it's going to take a second to load. And as I scroll down, here is your sign-in form. First name, last name, email, phone number, and yes, please add me to Amy's mailing list. And then that data will go right into command. If you guys like using paper ones or you have an app or something you want to use, you can continue to do that. I just wanted you to be aware that this is an option and it does feed directly into command, which is nice. One less step for you. Questions about how to get your open house sign-in sheet? Oh, okay. And I'm going to close that page. We're going to go back to our editor. And I want to talk about some custom pages that we can add quickly. So this is stuff that's pretty much built out for you already. You just need to know what buttons to click. And this is definitely going to be a follow along for you. So the first thing I want to show you, we're going to go back to our quick start menu. I mentioned we'd be checking that out in a minute. So if we look at quick start and go all the way to the right, there's a template that says why work with KW. So I can go ahead and click that. And it actually has a whole page all written up about why it's great to work with a Keller Williams agent. So if this is something you would like to add to your site, all you have to do is go up to the top right and hit publish, and it will be available on your site. That's it. On the left-hand side, if you do decide you'd like to change the page title, you do have the ability to do that. And there's this hide title. So if you don't want this like gray bar with the title in there, you can hide that. And you can actually come in and you have the option to edit the text. On this one, it's all done for you. So I don't think you would need to do that personally. I'm going to go ahead and go back to my KW. Any questions on adding this Why Keller Williams page and how to do that? Okay. So if we go one left of Why Keller Williams, it's the mortgage calculator. This is a super popular one. We're going to go ahead and click the mortgage calculator button and then go to the top right and hit publish again. And now it's published to your page. Is that easy enough for you guys? I love those pre-built templates for us. So I just added YKW and the mortgage calculator. I'm going to go back to, thanks for the thumbs up, Christy. I'm going to go back to the dashboard by clicking that red KW. And I showed you the home value tool. We are going to add that to the page next. There are a couple more clicks on that one. So I'm going to go ahead and hit custom page. So we're going to click custom page. It's going to load in. And anybody wanting to do anything super custom, this is where you will start, is with this custom page. It's taken a while to load in. I have a lot of tabs open. Sorry about that, guys. All right. Let's see. I don't know if I should wait. Okay, there we go. Custom page. So everything is totally blank. There's nothing on here at all. So what I want to do is I know that this is going to be my home value tool. So I'm going to page title. I'm going to type in here. This is what shows up in that drop-down menu. So whatever you type in page title is what shows up for the consumer to see, what am I clicking on? So I'm just going to call it home value right now. And then as I scroll down, you can see some of these options are looking familiar. There's internal name again. There's page heading. Do I want to hide the title? And then we have a plus sign that is add module. So I'm going to go ahead and add the module. So this plus sign here. And you just want to scroll all the way to the bottom, all the way down, all the way down. And there's an option that says home value search component. If you click on that, the home value tool is actually built out for you. It'll take a second to populate on the right, but that will pop in there in a moment. And that's all you have to do to this page to get that active once you hit publish, but you can do more customizations if you would like to. For example, I'm still waiting for that to pull in. It's going to say, you can see on the left here, it says ready to discover your home's value. That will pop up on the right as well. And let's find your home to get you started. So again, if you wanted to change the title or the description, you have the opportunity to do that here. You don't have to change anything that you don't want to. And then the title. I'm going to pull up my website to show you the difference between a hidden title and a non-hidden one. So if I click more and I go to my home value tool, so you'll notice under my more, it says home value. That's the page title. And then you can see mine says specifically ready to discover your home's value. Let's find your home to get started. There is no text in my picture up here. So first of all, I've uploaded a picture at the top, but there is no text in there that says home value like my dropdown says home value. So when you're doing the editing over here, there is this spot that says hide title. So if you don't like that it says home value and then it says ready to discover your home's value again, I get a lot of questions about that. Like it says the same thing. You can hit hide title and this home value at the top in the white will go away. You don't have to do that, but it is an option. And you'll see that hide title option anytime you make a custom page. So just know that that's available to you. Then we're going to go ahead and hit publish.
So
Go ahead, Freddie.
now when you mentioned the home value, that home value on the top bar is coming up where you gave the page title name, correct? That's coming from there, right?
Yes, it comes from right here is what you're saying, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So the page title is what populates the drop-down menu and what will be in this like charcoal gray bar as well. So if you don't want it in the bar and you just want it to be your drop-down, you just hit that hide title and it won't be in the bar anymore.
So now if you want to add an image over there, where do you do that?
If you want to add, you can't, so nothing else will go in the bar, but you have this, oh, here, let's see, what else could we do? My brain is not giving me options.
In page heading, it says background image. Is that what he means?
Yeah.
Oh, did you just want an image?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, along with the home value or something, if you want to add an image over there.
So if you want, yeah, if you want an image, like, are you saying on mine how I have the image up here?
Right.
Gotcha. I'm sorry, I misunderstood you. You are correct that next to page hide title to the right, there's an add background image. So you would click on the plus sign, and in here it's gonna, if you have content on your website already, these are some of the default pictures that are already available. You'll have those to choose from, but you can also at the bottom right hit new and upload your own image. So you would just hit this choose button. Doesn't want to go. I think I'm just impatient. And you would go back and upload your own photo that would then be available anywhere on your site anytime you hit that add image button. So there's a bunch in here already if you wanted to play around with one of those.
Okay.
And I gotta move my screen over a little. There we go. So you would just, yes, hit that. You were exactly right. I think that was Amy that said that under background image, just hit that plus sign. I don't want that in there, so I'm going to hit the minus. And we're going to go ahead and hit publish. So what you do need to do is put a page title in. Bare minimum is add your page title and then hit publish. But you can play around and customize anything you want on here. All right. Perfect. Yeah. I'm going to go back to my dashboard here. And those are all the easy plug and play options. So if you ever are on this page and you can't remember what your website is, there is a bar across the top that says your website. So you can go ahead and click on that. My page is in the middle of loading, so it's going to take a second here. And there is a chance that you won't see this live exactly when you publish it. It can take up to 24 hours. Most of the sites I've done have been pretty quick that they've been available to the public. If you've noticed that it's more than a day since you've done the upgrade and you're not able to see it live, please contact the tech team and we will open a support ticket for you, because after 24 hours, it should be live. We've only seen that once or twice. Like I said, most of the time it's within the hour, it's up and ready to go. So let me go to Margot's page and we'll see if hers is live or not. Let me just type it in. And it looks like hers is already live. So you can see we've got the KW logo, her name, her about me, this all pulled in from her bio. So I didn't have to populate any of that in there. There's this lovely preferred vendors topic where we have a couple minutes so I can show you that, or you guys can also, again, set up a time with the tech team. Christy, I see you have your hand up. Please.
Yeah, real quick question. You are doing such an amazing job with this training and I love all of it, but I know I'm not going to remember everything you said. So
that's why I'm recording it.
Is there job aids that we can tap into, or what if we are kind of playing around, we get stuck? What do you recommend?
Great question. My favorite place, ooh, that is way zoomed out, to go for help on stuff like this is answers.kw.com, which is this website that I have pulled up right here. And if you wanted to learn about how to upgrade your website, upgrade website, we could just type that in. And here's how to upgrade to your new agent site. So most of us on the call, I think, have already done this. If you were following along, it's even got pictures. So this is what I was talking about with those toggles. If you want to turn off your landing pages, you just want that green to go back to that white or light gray. Hit that upgrade my website button. Hit next. Your domain name's already set, but if you want to change it, you could have done that. So that's answers. I'm going to scroll all the way to the bottom of this little answers article, because you'll see at the bottom, there's also related articles. So, okay, you upgraded your site. You might also want to see how to edit the homepage. Oh, look at that. Here's a whole bunch of information on how to edit my homepage. And that's what we just covered at the beginning of this class. So all the basic stuff's going to be in here. If you want more advanced stuff, that's a little bit more play around, find somebody that's done it, talk to the tech team. We can help with some of that more advanced stuff. But everything we covered today is going to be in an answers article on answers.kw.com. How about that? You can see there's specific stuff in here too about the blog. So we just did like a light touch on everything in here. So now you know how to access it, where you're going, what you're looking for, but you can play around. You're not going to break anything, so please play around with it. You can add images to the website. You can build out blog pages. There's custom pages you can put in here, all kinds of fun stuff. And then again, I mentioned before with the home value tool, you can actually use a feature inside command. It's not part of the website, but there's a feature inside command that can say, hey, I want any lead that comes in from my website to automatically be put on this smart plan. So that functionality is available. So if that's something you're interested in, we can help you with that as well. All right. What did I not talk about that you're dying to hear about? Let's get back to Margaret's page. Did I cover everything that you were wondering about?
And also this recording is available, correct?
It is recorded. I'll put this on my YouTube channel. So it'll be youtube.com/thesocialstack. I'll put that in the chat for you. And I will also put in the chat our tech team link tree if you guys want to schedule with us so you can get our calendar link.
And also the link for those sample sites are available.
Yeah, I can put some of those in there. You will need to save these before we get off the call because it will disappear when we're no longer on Google. All right, so here's some sample sites. And like I said, these sites that I pulled up, I specifically pulled up sites that have a lot of customization in there just so you guys can kind of see what you have available to you to kind of give you some inspiration if you would like to set up a time with us to help you build out some more custom content. And then what else did I say I was going to do? YouTube, these sites, oh, and our link tree. So here's the tech team link tree. And if you guys have not used this, this is also on your agent portals, all of this information. But if you haven't seen this, you can see that there's an option here to contact the tech team. We have a Google Voice line and an email. You can always reach out to us at those spots. And there's also this schedule an appointment with the tech team member, and it will ask you a couple of questions. So for this, if you want to learn about the website, no, you're not reporting a bug. Are you in the launch program? Yes or no. Are you on a team? Yes or no. And where would you like to meet? If you want to meet in person, you pick a location. If you're okay with the virtual option, go ahead and hit virtual, hit submit, and you will see a calendar with all of the availability of the tech team. So for the rest of this month, it looks like there's 4 days with virtual appointments still available. And in April, there's a whole bunch of days. So you would just click on the day you're interested in, and you can see all the times that are open, and then fill out our form here. And then you'll get a calendar invite, you'll get a text reminder, you'll get an email reminder, and then we'll be there to help you. Any questions about that? All right, you guys, so we did a lot today. We upgraded our sites. We built out the custom, some of the more basic custom pages with that mortgage calculator, with the home value tool and the YKW. And then you guys checked your marketing profiles. You checked your old websites. You did a lot. Good job. Remember, we're here to help you. So please use
Amy,
that.
I have a question.
Yes, yes.
On the custom pages, is there a way to change the order of them?
Oh, that's a good question. So are you saying like in here in the more section, can we change the order?
Yes.
So I have not done that yet. It might be something that you have to do. I know you can do it if you do the customized navigation bar. There are, like I said, there's a couple of extra steps for that. Let me poke around Margaret's really quick and see. In theory, this is where the custom pages are. I would think that if we could do it easily, we would be able to drag and drop right here, which it doesn't look like we can. So I'm going to say you would need to do the custom navigation bar to be able to edit that. Otherwise, it looks like they just go in the order that they were published. That's a great question. I haven't gotten that one yet. Let's see. So hers is Y. Keller Williams, mortgage calculator, home value. And then the leave a review is on there. That is part of your page no matter what. So that's how a client could leave a review for you. And that will automatically show up under more unless you do a custom navigation. For those of you that are interested in the custom navigation, I do have a friend that made a video of that. Let me copy that link and paste it. If you want to attempt to do it on your own, I just put the link in the chat for how to do a custom navigation bar at the top here. So that would be these bars here, where it's got sellers, buyers, open house information. Go back out of there. Or here, the easy search. This is all custom navigation or a custom nav bar. Did that help? answer your question? I mean, I know it's not the answer you wanted. You have to go a little bit more in depth to edit it, but at least now we know. Anything else that's come up while you guys have been poking around a little bit? All right. Well, then I have 12:01 as the time, so I am going to let you guys go. Like I said, we'll put this up on the YouTube channel, so you can always come back to it. And then answers.kw.com is also a wonderful resource, along with setting up one-on-one appointments with your tech team. Thank you so much for coming. And remember, we've got 5 more in-person classes, 1 at each location. Tomorrow is Naperville. That'll be the first in-person class. So feel free to come to one of those as well. And I will see you later. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Amy.
Yeah.
Thank you.